cracked my neck. I'm sorry.
Wow.
A lot of flying.
Is everybody ready?
So did you fly on the red eye as well?
I had a full day of press in Los Angeles on Monday. I had 3 full days of filming in Vancouver. I wrapped on Friday morning at 5 a.m. I hopped on a flight at 7 to Toronto. I did a bunch of press there. I went to a breast cancer fundraiser. And then I flew into New York yesterday. And back to Vancouver tonight and filming tomorrow.
Wow.
No, my life is perfect. Don't be sorry. Everything is great.
How gratifying was it to see the response the day, like the day that of the season premiere and the day following, just the community, the fan community embracing it?
That's incredibly satisfying. That's really rewarding and replenishing. The coolest moment in all of it, because I woke up on Thursday morning with a call from Peter Roth, who's the president of Warner Brothers TV. Steven, I'm so excited. This is great. Love you. I gotta go. And that's how the call went. And so that was really exciting. But the press release for the Canadian ratings came out on Thursday evening. We got 1.1 million viewers in Canada, and it was the biggest on the network that we're on, CTV2. It was the biggest premiere in their history. And that came out, and then I got to tell the crew that just before we shot a scene. And they're almost all Canadian. So it's been really rewarding. It's nice for the show to come out. It's nice to have the response. Everybody's working really hard. So that positive feedback is, like, it's just sort of what the doctor ordered at the moment. And positive is better than negative. I wouldn't want, if everyone hated the pilot, then we had to come to New York Comic Con and be like,
Well, that would have been acting.
yeah, no, that would have been fun.
From the upcoming episodes, do you have a favorite villain? We know China White's premiering next week, and then Deadshot in a few more weeks.
Favorite villain so far has been 2 favorite villains. One villain that I just can't talk about at all, and I really wish that I just, everyone turn off your recorders right now. That I can, and Deathstroke. Deathstroke's menacing, and he's on his way.
Well, going into the past of the character, I mean, Green Arrow is one that hasn't been exploited terribly much by DC. And I wondered, in your research, when you got the call, this is who you're going to play, how much did you, if you did, go into his history and all of that?
I hadn't read any Green Arrow comic books. I hadn't seen Smallville. I hadn't seen any iteration of the Green Arrow. And all I had done when I auditioned for the show was read the pilot. And the pilot had everything there for me. And then after the pilot, I read Year One. I read all of Mike Grell's Green Arrow stuff. And Mike Grell at Comic-Con, he's doing some of the work for our digital comics. It's super awesome to have Mike Grell draw you. And so I've become very familiar. Although I got stumped on live TV the other day. They asked me who taught Green Arrow archery in the comic books. I have no idea. It's Superboy.
I didn't know.
Now you do, and you'll
Thank
never
you.
forget
I'll
it.
Never, and I'm sure you won't either.
No, I won't. He taught daily.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was live. It's no big deal. I think before they're doing the preview, they're like, we're going to ask you some slam dunk superhero questions. Don't worry about it. Like, how did Spider-Man get his powers? What's Superman's weakness? No problem, no problem. How did Green Arrow learn archery? Who taught him? I don't know.
Well, now that you know that, might we see it in a flashback somehow, somewhere?
We are going to see how he learns archery, but Superboy does not teach him.
Artistic license. What has surprised you most about playing Oliver Queen?
It's nothing has really surprised me, but I am really enjoying what we're doing right now with flashbacks on the island. The idea that this character is deconstructed and whittled down to almost nothing before he rises back up again, that's an interesting story. And that helps people because, as we've seen, he's fairly unflinching. He snaps a dude's neck in the pilot, and if you don't know what he's gone through, that would be difficult to relate to. But we see what he goes through, and that helps you engage with him.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.
For a quick photograph?
Yep, for sure.